Do you notice anything unusual about this rod handle? There's no reel seat. This type of handle is commonly referred to as a Tennessee handle, and the advantage is that you can position the reel anywhere that you like on the handle, depending on the size of your hand, how you like to grip the rod, what technique you're going to be fishing, just whatever is most comfortable for you. I'm going to be attaching my 13 Fishing AL13 to my Frostbite Slugger Vanta Black. This is an extra heavy combo for flathead catfish, big muskies, and sturgeon. And since my reel is so heavy, I need to attach this in a way that is very, very secure. So today, I'm going to be combining a couple of different methods for the most secure connection possible. We're gonna get right into it, but before we do, if you guys do enjoy the video today or learn something of value here, do whatever you feel like doing. Let's get started. So, first things first, we need to gather our materials. Of course, you're going to need your rod and reel, and then some electrical tape. This is just some standard 3/4 inch electrical tape, and a pack of 13 fishing reel anchors, as well as a pair of scissors. So the first thing we need to do is to cut off two 4 to 5 inch pieces of electrical tape, and we're going to put those to the side. And next we need to determine where we want to position our reel on the handle. And the only way that you can do this incorrectly is to let someone else do it for you. But the sweet spot is almost always going to be near the top of the handle, so let that be your starting point. And what I like to do is just to hold my reel on here and determine how am I going to be setting the hook, what kinds of techniques am I going to be doing, am I going to be holding it like a pistol grip like this, or am I going to hold it like this, like a traditional spinning reel? And in my case, I'm going to be jigging some heavier lures and setting the hook on some bigger fish, so I'm not going to be gently holding my rod in a pistol grip like this. I'm going to need the full power of my hand, so I'm going to be holding it like I would a traditional spinning reel. I've also determined that I would like my first finger to rest right here on top of the rod handle against the rod blank, and that's going to allow for maximum bite detection. And so once that feels nice and comfortable and balanced, you have your sweet spot. And once I have my spot picked out, I'm going to take my pieces of electrical tape and wrap them around the handle underneath the top and bottom of the foot of our reel. And I'm going to wrap those pieces of electrical tape around the handle with the adhesive side out, and that is how we are going to hold our reel in place so that we can attach it. So here I'll just mark with my finger where the bottom of that first piece of electrical tape needs to go, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it around the handle. And it's important when you wrap this electrical tape around the handle that you pull it and stretch it to get it nice and tight. And now I'll just hold my reel up here to measure out where my second piece of electrical tape needs to go. And now we can go ahead and stick our reel on the handle, and we want to make sure that our reel foot is directly in line with the line guides. Now this particular rod has a hook keeper here, which is directly in line with my guides, and it's a closer point of reference. So I'm just going to use my hook keeper as a point of reference and line up that reel. And this tape underneath alone won't secure that reel, but it will hold my reel foot in place while I make the wraps with my electrical tape. So next, I'm going to take my roll of electrical tape and I'm going to start wrapping it around the reel foot, starting down here at the bottom with the tape just over the edge of the bottom of that foot. And I'm going to wrap up to the top and then back down all in one piece. And when I get back down to the bottom, I'm going to stop right here just below that foot. And while I'm making these wraps, I'm going to apply good tension just to make sure that I get that electrical tape on there really tight. Alright, I'm about to make my way over to the top of the foot with my wraps. Just wanted to stop and show you how it looks so far because I'm having to do this off camera. Just a little bit hard to do this underneath the GoPro here. But I'm just going to continue making my way up to the top of the foot and then wrap back down to the bottom, and I'll check in with you when I get back down here. Alright, I have wrapped my way up and all the way back, pulling tight the entire way through, and I'm stopping here with a straight wrap around the handle just below the foot of the reel. All right, this is about the heaviest reel that's ever been attached to an ice rod handle, but it is not going anywhere. It's nice and secure. But there's one additional step that we can take to ensure that this lasts through the entire ice season. If this tape ever were to become compromised, it would happen right here at the edge of our tape. Just from a combination of the elements and constant friction of our hands, this eventually can start to peel up. So what I'm going to do is secure that with a 13 fishing reel anchor. I'm going to slide this up over the end of the handle here and roll it up until it is right over top of the end of that tape, and that's going to retain the tension throughout the tape and also protect this edge so that it can't come undone. And I'm not gonna lie, this thing is difficult to get up over the end of the handle, especially on these bigger rods, so I'm gonna do that off camera. All right, there we have it. Like I said, it's not easily done, but this is about the thickest possible rod handle, and I still got it up there. It won't be as difficult on the smaller rods. And with this band protecting the end of our tape, I won't have to worry about anything for the entire ice season. And these bands were actually designed to secure the reel itself, but I just have a preference for the feel, grip, and sensitivity of the electrical tape. So now when I grip my handle, my hand won't actually be contacting that band down there at all. It's all on the electrical tape, the handle, and with one finger here resting against that rod blank. All right, that's going to do it for the video, and I am preparing to try and jig up a muskie through the ice tomorrow, and it very well might be my last chance, so wish me luck. I hope you found the video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.